Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? Welcome to CraftStash Live. We have got a made to surprise launch for you today. Now, I know you wait for these regularly. They come along every month or two. Lots of build up for made to surprise because, of course, it's always ever so popular. And this one is no exception. This is actually a second edition to a very popular collection from Sam will tell us when it came out. I'm sure it was probably last year, but it was absolutely fantastic. We've got new additions with the characters for this one. We've got new mechanisms. We've actually even got the US size A2 as well. So if you're over in the States or anywhere like that where actually smaller cards, you prefer them, you've got that mechanism too. We are doing a giveaway today as well. We're doing a fantastic giveaway of a mechanism and a character. I'm only going to say character. Lots of you have seen the images, you've seen everything coming out and what's kind of what characters are. But for those who haven't seen and for those who are joining us and thinking, okay, what's all this about? You'll see in a moment. I'll let Sam do the big reveal. But we are giving away a dice set and a character to one lucky viewer today. All you need to do is comment. I can see lots of you already. Hi to Lisa, to Jennifer, to Lynn. I should have put my glasses on. I need to just make that a bit bigger, I think. Vicky's in the chat. Hi, hope you're feeling better today, Vicky. To Gillian as well and Debbie. Lots of you. I will go through the comments and I will answer any questions. If I can't answer them, I'll direct them to Sam as well while she's demonstrating. But that's what we need to do. We need to go and say hello to Sam. She's waiting in the wings. Sam and hello.
Oh yeah, you're right. Monty
Yeah,
was meant to make an appearance, but he's currently snoring. So
leave him.
sorry,
Leave him. Oh, never mind. But anyway, how are you?
Yeah, I'm really well, thank you. I had lots of fun putting this together.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed this week sharing the sneak peeks and seeing people's comments on what they think it might be. So I hope you enjoy it all. I've got lots to share and lots of great stuff to show you on my desk.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely brilliant. Obviously, I've seen exactly what's going on and I'm really excited. I'm just going to sit back and let you take it away. When was the first collection launched? Was it about a year ago?
No, it was more than that. It was
not
last Christmas, Christmas before, because we launched it as a Christmas collection. So
so every day
probably about two and a bit years ago, and it was designed pretty much when I joined. So really early on. So it was a really fun one. Like I said, we launched that one. For anybody that doesn't know, we launched it originally with a 6x6 mechanism, which I'm going to show in a moment because there are some units still left of that one. And we just had lots of people saying, it'd be great to have more puppets. I'd love to see a 5x7 size. And then obviously as the brands evolve, we want to also appeal to other countries and different sizes. We've also then added the addition of the A2 size as well, which people seem to really like. So yeah.
Fabulous. How is the sound, everybody? I've just seen one comment saying they can't hear Sam, but it looks like Sam's okay. No one else has said anything, so maybe it's just your end, my love. So let's see. Anyway, let us know if everything's looking and sounding okay. Sam, I'm going to let you switch your camera around.
Thank you.
And I'll come back to you in just a moment. I'll do a bit of housekeeping.
Okay, see you in a minute.
Lovely, thank you. So if you are just joining us and you're quite new to CraftStash and CraftStash Lives, we go live every Friday at 12:30. We've also started going live every Wednesday at 12:30 as well because CraftStash have so many new launches. I'm just going to check the comments. Sound is fine. Fabulous. Thank you, Lynn Price. If it's okay for one of you, then hopefully it's okay for the rest of you now. So every Wednesday and every Friday, make a date for your diary, 12:30. We also have things like VIP exclusive. Some of you enjoyed that last night. If you're not a CraftStash VIP, all you need to do to sign up is go along to the address here, craftstash.co.uk/VIP. You've got all the details there. $9.99 a month when it's not on offer. There have been occasional offers and things attached to that as well, but when it's not on offer, $9.99. I said per month, didn't I? Per year for a whole 12 months. A one-off payment. It doesn't automatically renew. So if after 12 months you decide that it's not for you, you don't have to worry about it automatically renewing again. You do need to opt in again. You get so much. Lots of people will say in the comments that because they're a VIP, they have saved loads by using the 10%. There's so much to tell you for VIP. It just all wants to come out at once. They save loads with the 10% off with VIP. They also save loads by having priority dispatch without having to pay any extra for the postage as well. Now we do say priority dispatch because we can't really control what happens once that goes out with the courier, but we do get it out of the warehouse as much as possible the same day, depending on the time of day that you order. So many people do get their orders the following day. There's lots of other goodies, like you've got a special area on the website that has blog posts just for you, special offers just for VIPs every week as well. And I know that because I put them together. So I know you get 2 offers every week. There's all sorts going on. So, and of course you do get your VIP preview, which is the night before a launch, which, as I say, lots of you saw last night. We did have an issue with the video last night, but hopefully you all got to see it in the end. Apologies, the blogs aren't being updated quite as they usually are, but that will soon be up and running. Little gremlin, little glitch, but we're on it. If you go to your emails, your VIP emails, you'll be able to see the link to the video there. But why? You can see it now. You can see it all now. So I'm pointing the wrong way as well. I'm backwards on my camera. It's only more puppets. From $6.99. Now $6.99 is the paper pack. You're going to see mechanisms, you're going to see characters, you're going to see bundles as well. Obviously only go for what you can with your budget. We never want anyone to overspend, but if you are looking at one of the bigger bundles and you're looking at spending over £40, you can split that payment on ClearPay. But essentially you can save over £30 by getting a bundle. If you get the full collection today, that's £30 and 50p you're saving. So it's a huge, huge saving. And then once you take that money off, you can then also save an additional 10% if you're a VIP too. So lots of bargains to be had. Okay, I think it's time that I stopped talking and I took you now over to Sam. Don't forget to just be commenting while Sam's demonstrating. I'll keep an eye on the comments. I'll reply where I can and I'll chip in with Sam, and then we'll pick a winner at the end from the comments. So Sam, it's all over to you now.
Thank you, Lou. So here is all of the new product in this release. So we've got 6 brand new puppets. We've got a brand new 5x7 size paper pad. And then we've got 2 new mechanism plates. So I'm going to talk through everything. First of all, I'm going to show you the papers because they are so sweet. And like Lou said, you know, we try to always make sure there's something for all budgets. And these papers, if you like making your 5x7 size cards, these are just going to work with your general card making. You don't need the puppets for these. You can build scenes. And you can use them with lots of my past collections. There's 6 new designs here. So 190 GSM, and you get 4 each of the 6 designs. So you've got loads of lovely backgrounds here. Gorgeous one there with a little picket fence. As we've done, most of my scene pads have always been 6x6 or 8x8. So it's nice to have them like this because on the 5x7 and also on the A2, there's very little waste. So you're keeping that whole, you know, scene in detail. Love the clouds there. Just a really simple one. It's one of my favourites for those bold florals.
Love it.
Love the sunbeam. This one looks brilliant with the puppets, I must admit, just because of their movement. And it's like, yay, you know. Love the rainbow one.
Oh, wow.
Using that one today. Really lovely, that one. And then again, you've got the sunbeam with the rolling hills with just more of that, the blue kind of colours there. Gorgeous. So those are the 6 new designs. We'll just pop those.
I've seen a question from Rachel. She said, just one question. I'm sure there'll be more, Rachel. Don't worry. Will the new puppets work with the older mechanism?
Yeah, I'm going to go through all of that in a moment.
There we go.
Yeah,
I knew that. It's just
all of the questions.
Yeah, didn't want to ignore the question, but yes.
No, not at all. So then onto the puppets. So these are stamp and die bundles. Obviously they're puppets, they've got the holes in, so they're made to work with the mechanism, but you can also use them without the mechanism. They make fantastic toppers, and you can put them on the end of a wobbler, which looks really cool as well. So you can just stick all of the limbs directly onto the body and then use them however you want. Like I said, they make fun gift tags. There's so many other ways to use them, so don't just look at them as being used, you know, on the mechanism. Like I said, I tried to make sure that we didn't do the holes on the body. Originally, when I very first designed these, I punched all the way through and had them like those little string kind of puppets that you would remember. You sometimes, you know, probably made them in school, see them being sold at fairs and things like that. But then you kind of I don't know, it didn't look like it would work on a card. So
but then I suppose you're limited, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. So that's then when I done the bodies separate. So it hides all of those pieces, but then it also makes them more usable as well.
Great.
So you've got your perfect parrots. So everything that's in the teal shades is all of the dies, and then all of these black and white images are your stamped images. So you can create like a little scene in the background. I'm going to also show some of my other past mechanisms that I think this will work really well with as well. And again, it's taking it away from that mechanism and using it in a different way. So you've got some lovely elements there. I've done a tutorial for every single puppet, and I'll talk you through how you do your paper piecing and things like that as well.
Fabulous.
Then you've got your gorgeous guinea pig. Now the guinea pig, I said it in the launch video as well for the VIPs and in my videos. And actually today I'm going to show him as more of a gerbil. So I thought the rodent, the guinea pig would be a great rodent. So you could add a tail onto the end, so you could be more of a rat. You've got gerbil, hamster, guinea pig. Yeah, I'm sure there's more, but you get the idea. So hopefully you can use him in other ways as well.
Love it. I used to have guinea pigs, so that's super cute.
I saw a comment earlier when we were just coming in, and someone said that she, I think, breeds them or something. She said she's got 150 or 250. It was going past.
Ooh, cavies.
Yeah, so
lovely.
And then you got, as always, you've got the fun puns as well. Spread your wings and fly. Happy birthday on that one. Apparently it's your birthday, and then you've got have a great week. Keep calm and carry on. It's all gonna be okay. It's gonna be a good day, and furry friends make the best friends. Lovely. Then got adorable doggy, which I've done to look like, well, not this here, but the one I did on my sample. I've done it in the colours of Monty, my dog.
Of course.
But again, it's more of a general looking dog, so you can, use your colours, die cut it in white and colour it in so it matches a dog that maybe you want to give the card for. So hopefully you can personalise that one. And then you've got some nice little sentiments. Rough day, let me cheer you up. It's your birthday, have a howling good day. Love is a four-legged word. I'm just here for the treats. Very much Monty, that one. Yeah. And then again, you've got a lead, you've got a little treat bag, the bone, you've got a dog bed there, little paw prints. So just some nice little elements to decorate behind. Just seen Sharon's comment there saying a squirrel. Yeah, there you go. Another cool,
absolutely
animal you could use with that as well. So hopefully you can get a bit more out of them than all they are here. With the cat, I thought it'd be really good for Halloween. You could do the black cat, which Gemma actually did a black cat on the sample, and you'll see all those in a minute. And thank you to Gemma. I'm sure she's in the chat, but I've not seen her name pop up yet. So Gemma, as always, has done some wonderful samples for me. So again, you've got the cat there and the dies, you've got the little mouse, you've got little toys, cat bed, and then sentiments. Have a cat-tastic birthday. You are awesome. Happy fur day to my perfect person, and crazy cat lady. And then you've got the fish bowl, little paw prints, and things like that. And then second to last one, you've got the bouncing bunny. So this is going to be great for Easter cards, but also anybody who's got pet rabbits. They're very common, especially with younger kids. Although saying that, I had a pet rabbit when I was 25, and he was actually a home rabbit as well. He lived in my house. In my house.
In your house, house rabbit, yeah. I had one as well.
Yeah, and he was called Rosie. Oh, she was called Rosie, sorry. That's my one when I was a kid, so I've had two. Anyway, digressing. So this one, you got Happy Birthday. I love this one. Always here for you. I'm all ears. You're hopping mad and somebody loves you. And again, you've got little paw prints there, lettuce. You've got a little like hay kind of ball, tunnel, some carrots, and then you've got carrot dye, lettuce, broccoli, cutest broccolis ever. I mean, I never thought I'd say a broccoli was cute, but they are good die cuts. And then I love the water bottle. You've got little embossed detail here on the drinks bowl as well. So, or food bowl. So there's some really nice little extra details on there. And then one of my favourites is the terrific tortoise.
I love this one so much.
Really, really cheeky look, that side eye, and it's just, he just came together so nicely. So again, you've got all your different elements here. These are rocks. Okay. People, might not be sure. That was a ball, and then lettuce. Again, little food bowls here and water bowls. Little kind of bridge there, and then it says, "I didn't forget. I'm just slow."
Oh,
lettuce.
We just
celebrate.
Lost your image. Sorry, don't know why. We just lost your picture for a moment, but I think we can still hear you. No, she's gone. She'll call back. I don't know what's happened there. She's literally do you know what's happened? I know Sam. She's not plugged her phone into the. If you ever watch Sam's lives, you'll know the chances are she's not plugged her phone in. So I'm going to have to fill, if you don't mind. There we go. She's back. I'll just answer that and then she'll come back. Sam. Oh. That was me. I said, hang on. I said a battery went, but no, apparently not. Now all we can see is white. I'm afraid, Sam. So you might have to turn your camera around. She's getting there. We can't hear you until I put you into screen. There we go. Okay, she's back. I'm going to put her back in. I didn't have to fill too long, did I? I thought I'm going to have to wait for your phone to charge up.
No idea what that was there. So apologies, guys. Although I did do the latest Apple update not long before I went live. So I'm going to blame that. Anyway, So yeah, no, my battery didn't go, guys. I know that's a very, very common thing that happens with me, but it is, I've got my chargers now. It doesn't happen anymore. Okay, so I don't know how far I got with the terrific turtle or tortoise. So again, all the dies here.
Yeah, we talked about the rocks and the board.
Fun. And then the sentiments: let's celebrate, good luck, slow and steady wins the race. I didn't forget, I'm just slow, and let us celebrate. So again, some really funny ones there. And then
that side eye. Sorry, that side eye kind of reminds me what you were saying about Monty earlier, giving you the side eye.
Yeah, I got a lot of side eye from Monty. I was saying to Lou earlier, because I had to just get this all prepped, and he's looking at me like, come on, give me some affection. And it's like, he really made me feel like, yeah, he judged me. So these are the two new mechanisms. So you've got the 5x7 and you've got the A2 mechanism. And I'll show you those sizes in a moment. So the puppets work on both. With the A2, and I explain these in the videos, you may have to put the rabbit's ear down a little bit further, or you may have to, if you're decorating with like treats on their hands, you might have to bring them in a little bit. You will have to adapt it slightly, but they do all still work, and they will all go in your envelopes and everything with those on. So again, we'll explain that in a moment. And then onto the older 6x6. So this is the one that a lot of you would have originally had, and we launched this at Christmas, and it has this snow angel die on the top. But other than that snow angel die, all of this is the same as, you know, the new ones that we brought out. Great. So all these puppets will work on the original 6x6 mechanism. We've used that one with the measurements to go onto these two, so they all work together. So you've got 3 sizes now. The quantities of the 6x6 aren't as high as the quantities of these, so if you did want the 6x6, I recommend, you know, getting that one now. The replay would be more than likely on these when they go than it will be on the 6x6, because this is, like I said, about over 2.5 years old now from order. The only one you don't get as well, you don't get the arrow with this. However, you've got my actions, you know, the push me pull you stamp set, so you can stamp the word pull, or you can stamp the arrow in there as well, which again I know lots of you have. And just before I go into demos, I just want to show you the other past mechanisms that these will work really well with. So if you've got the 6x6 square wiper, you can have your puppet as a topper on here, and then you could have one of the fun puns popping up from the wiper, or you could have their head, because all the heads are separate. So you could have a head popping up and then a funny scene. I think it will work really, really well. Also the towers, and Gemma has done a sample using the towers. It would work on all of the sizes. So you can use the actual mechanism to here. You can use this as a template. So you can just put that onto your cardstock and just put pierce a little hole through, and then punch the holes. So you can have them be on it like a gift bag. You can have this placed wherever you want. Use it as a template as well as, you know, handy. So yeah, all of the towers, I think they're going to work really well with those. And then the showstoppers, there's no reason why you can't have these on the showstoppers as well. So especially when you double them up, I think, you know, in the middle of the trifold, the trifold 6x6, you could have it attached to the front of that, and then have all the papers and more of the scene kind of built up behind it. And those of you that know me, these are the kind of things that I'll be sharing in my Friday mix and match. So if you're new here, every Friday on my Mixed Up Craft Facebook page,
she's going again. We can still hear you, but your picture's gone again. She's going to go again, isn't she? Yeah, she's gone again. Oh no. Well, let's hope third time lucky. She's back again. I'm sure you can probably all hear her ringing. Let's see. Bear with me. I'm doing techie bits. Oh, Sam, what's going on? Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Hang on, 2 secs. Sorry, I've forgotten I hadn't put you back in. I was sitting listening to you. No one else could hear you.
Sorry.
Right, we're back. We're back.
Someone was calling me, guys. I put it in flight mode, so apologies. It probably shouldn't, you know, hopefully it won't happen anymore. No. The last one, which I think is my favourite one that you can put this with, is the 3D display cards and stand, because you can have the puppet right on the front on acetate, and then behind it you can build up. And I was saying to Lou, I think this would be the best one to make it look like that, a rabbit hutch, a dog's kennel, a tortoise's little home. Yes. I think it's going to be really, really good. So it's really not Gremlins, guys. Everything's fine. It's just someone was phoning me, and because I do this through my iPhone, it's just cut in. That's all. So we're back. We're all back. yeah, so that's everything there. So hopefully that's giving you some more ideas on past collections you can use it with as well, which would be good. Right,
Fabulous.
shall I get straight into a demo? Oh
Yes,
no,
please do.
show some samples.
Samples? Yeah,
Need to see
samples and demo.
need to see what it does. So I've got this
Absolutely.
little one here. So this is the new A2 size, and this is using the little guinea pig. And I shared some sneak peeks of this one. It's just so cute. So this is how they
I
work.
love
So
it.
that's how it will be in the envelopes. You can see how it will all fit, and then you can see there just that cute.
I
little...
love. Do you know what? It's the details. So guinea pigs' little feet are pink. If you've ever had a go, they're so cute. They're big pink feet, and I just love you've got them perfectly there with the fur down the front arms as well. They're just cute. They're so cute. It's ridiculous. Do you know what? I can see that being a beard as well. If you wanted to do a human head on top somehow, you've got a beard there.
Well, if you've got the Christmas ones like the elf and things like that, then I think it'd look quite fun. But yeah, really, they just make me smile. When I was sat crafting, and I'm sure Gemma can agree, when you put it all together and then you do that final, I was laughing because they just bring a smile to my face.
And that broccoli is cute.
It is cute, isn't it? You've got two lots of broccoli. You've got the broccoli with the rabbit and you've got the broccoli with the guinea pig. Then we've got this one here. So Gemma's done this A2 easel using the tortoise. And you can see Let Us Celebrate. Use those lovely papers, some of the little water droplets there, and the lettuce. And again, you can see how he works there.
It is amazing. I don't know how you come up with these ideas, and I know this is remake, but even the first time round, it's just so clever.
And then we've got the wonderful parrot here, which Gemma's popped onto the 5x7. This is the portrait 5x7 tower.
Yeah.
And you can see there how that looks.
Brilliant.
Jeanette's could use someone's face in a picture. That would be a good idea.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
Very funny, actually. I like that. And you can see the little details here, the ladder and the little bell. And you've got the water bowl there and everything. But just shows. So Gemma would have placed the die down and just cut the top part and then the the holes and stuff. So it doesn't need to go onto that size. It just shows how you can move it into other areas. And then I've done this one here. So this is an easel block card, and you can see the little drinks bottle there. You've got the little carrot, again, the broccoli, cutest broccoli. You're hopping mad. And you can see that embossed detail there on the water bottle.
Yeah, you can.
And it looks really cute. And then again, just a brilliant one. Like I said, you've got any Easter, stamps and dies and sentiments and stuff, and this is going to be great on your Easter bags. And like I said about the A2 size, so with the rabbit, you might find that you could, because you can have both ears down, so you just die cut two of them and flip one. And then you've got two ears that bit lower. So
that's a bit better,
a bit better on the A2 size.
Yeah, fabulous.
Yeah, so how cute's that? And then it's always go in the envelope, it has to be down. But again, I've done tutorials for all of these as well. Another fun one that Gemma's done here, furry friends make the best friends, and she's used the strawberry stamp in the stamp set to make the pattern paper, which I thought was really nice.
That is really clever.
You can see how he works there.
There's lots of lovely comments for Gemma as well, saying they're brilliant, well done. She's done a fabulous job as always.
So this is more like a hamster, all furry. And then we've got, again, one of my favourites, this one here. So I've just done a faux stepper card. I've got few little details on the back there, and then slow and steady wins the race. He's got the ball there, he's really happy. Just to be fair, I think he'd look quite good on water as well if he had like a watery background, like my pond card that I've done, pop-up pond. You can imagine him like kind of swimming.
I was just thinking you could do it that way, or you could almost have him sort of or him, any of them, so their legs aren't moving, so the legs aren't attached to the mechanism, but the arms are waving, like cheering or waving hello or something.
I've said that many times. I said it in a few of the demo or the videos that I've done with these, is just secure the legs down and just have one arm waving, and you can literally then use the sentiment, waving, or just popping by to wave hello and things like that.
Hilariously, I was actually waving in my studio to show you, but no one can see me. So I'm waving both arms around. No one can see what I'm doing.
Then we've got Monty Dog. So this is Monty.
Yay!
And you can see there how he looks.
I love how he's got the bone in his hand as well.
And it's just because someone's just feeling a bit crappy, maybe they're just unwell, just send them a fun card. Rough day? Yeah, let me cheer you up. And fabulous. Then we've got 3 more. So we've got the bunny one that Gemma's done here on a 5x7. Again, you can see how that works.
You can see how those backgrounds are really handy with these as well.
Yeah,
Perfect.
just all done for you. And then I've done a box one. So I wanted to create like a cage kind of look. So inside you've got all of the elements here. So you've got the little perch, you've got the ladder, the water bowl, and then the toys just hanging down there. And this folds down to a 5x7 size. So I've got envelopes for them. But I thought, again, just trying to find fun, different ways to use these without them just having to go onto, normal top fold, side fold cards. And then the sentiment there and some of the little prints as well.
Love it. Absolutely love it. It's brilliant.
And the last one, Gemma always does one slightly, out of the off the page, I'd say. So she's done this one and made it look like a little kennel, and I thought that was brilliant. And this is on the smaller A2 size. And again, you can see how he works there.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Great. Well done, Gemma.
Isn't that lovely?
She's so good.
Right.
Fabulous.
So, hang on now. 2 more. Sorry, we've got the cat. And we both didn't realise that we both done a gatefold for the cats. So I've done an A2. So I've done this lovely topper, and I used my stencil cloud stencil for the background there.
Yep.
So I've just built up my topper, and then inside here I've created this little scene with the cat, little vellum whiskers there.
So it's really nice that fits inside as well. You don't have to have it on the outside or a bigger envelope or anything.
I think what we've done, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do 5. So 5 of the puppets we've shown on A2. I think there's just one more. It might be the dog actually, but he fits as well. So, but there's nearly an example for all of them. And then again, the sentiments, you can just see how you can create. So that's not using the papers on this one. I just made my own kind of decorative papers using the stamps in the set as well. And I love the little scratch pole there and the bowl as well, which is really cute. So that all sits nicely in there. And then Gemma's one. So she's stamped the paws all over this paper. That must have taken her a little while. And then she's created her own paper there with the ball of yarn. Have a cat-tastic birthday. And then inside she's done this drop-down gatefold with the sentiment there. Nice. You are awesome. And again, you can see the papers that she's decorated and the black cat, which I thought was really brilliant. Cool. It all stands up. And Gemma's got video. Well, I don't know if she's done videos of all of these, but she's got photos and stuff on her Facebook as well.
Fabulous. Amazing. That's so good. I love them. Thank you, Gemma. Thank you so much. Okay. I just realised why your phone was ringing. Oh, yes. I'm excited now.
Okay, so let's start off. We'll start off with A2 because it's not a size I've ever done before. So we're going to do A2 with the little. Well, actually, I'm going to turn him into a budgie. Or like a cockatoo or something. I mean, to be honest, birds, there's so many different colours and ways of putting these together. But we've got my A2 card blank. This is going to be a top fold. I'm just going to burnish that a little bit. Now Monty's seen a squirrel, so I'm hoping he's not going to start. Lou's heard him when he starts barking. It's quite funny. Okay, so what you want to do with the papers, because it's only 190 GSM, it might be just a little bit too flimsy for the mechanism to work. So I've always cut another piece in cardstock and just stick the two together, so you've got a nice strong structure there for you to be able to work the mechanism on. And then just like the old tutorials, die cut 2 of these and stick them together, so again you've got a nice strong full tab. And then I've die cut the arrow there and just stuck that on. So again, did I show the actual dies? I've just got them on the plate there, so you can see your A2 and then the 5x7. The arrow was on the floor somewhere. I think it fell down behind my unit, so I've got to grab that. But I'm only normal crafting things happen to me too. Completely transparent.
They definitely do.
My arrow is somewhere in this craft room. So so A2, so you can see how that's all going to fit on there nicely. And then I've had to do a lot of the prep with these because the live would just take too long. I mean, my talking alone is taking us half an hour, so I need to make sure I'm going to get these in. So you can see all the pieces here, and with a lot of the dies, they are also stencil dies. So you've got this little like detail here. So when you die cut them, leave them in the stencil and then use your inks and just go over the detail, and then you can just rinse that under the tap. So you've got 2 wings and they will sit over each other. So you'll see there, that one sits over the top, so it gives you that detail. And then this one here will sit over there. You're going to need 8 small 3mm brads for every puppet card that you make. Again, you can find these on that very well-known store where you can get, a few thousand in a pack. So, but I know many of you have these if you're a Made to Surprise fan, because I use brads on many of my collections. So you should already have those in your stash, but you want the little 3mm ones. Those arrows are so easy to lose. Gemma understands. She understands the pain there of losing those little arrows. Okay, so you don't have to add more dimensions to this. I mean, these are samples, and I'm always one for dimension, and on my cards I'll just pop these in box envelopes. But obviously, you know, if you don't want that and you want it to go in a normal envelope, then I would just stick this on directly. But first of all, I'm going to just pop this one down. I've already embossed my sentiment saying flying by to say hi. So this would be a good one as well for that kind of waving, kind of just one wing, you know, on one side. And then I've got the face here, and I've already added some gloss there to the beak and built all of that up. I'm just going to use a little glue. You've decided to wake up now, have you? He's looking over all the cards. So maybe if he's still awake, I'll show him at the end. So I'm just going to add a little glue just there.
Do you know, I don't know it, Sam, do you know off the top of your head what size American A2 is?
Yes, so it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2.
There we go. So don't web search A2 size, because you'll come up with the like 16-inch size, which is the UK version. So
but this will also work on our UK is it A6?
It's very similar, isn't it? Yeah.
So you can easily put this, if you just like small cards, that's going to work on a UK size as well. Yeah. So if you cut A4 in half and then fold it in half, you can still put that on top. Yeah,
because it comes from our A4 is very similar to the US letter size, and that's half a letter size, or a quarter of a letter size. Yeah. So.
Okay, and then you've got the little tail here. So again, you can cut it in different colours. You know, if you've got a particular bird that you want to kind of style this on, then you can do so. So I'm just going to pop those behind. He's just so fun. Just love his little shocked, happy face.
Yeah, I think the layering of the feathers actually makes it, because you could have just done one layering in each wing, but having the 2 layers makes it more dimensional. You know what I'm like with dimension and
again, you could pop a little bit of foam under the end bit there of them. It can't there because you need to put the brads through, but you could certainly then have it kind of
maybe if you've got some craft feathers, you could pop some feathers in between as well to make it really fluffy.
Sorry, he just had to get down. Yeah.
Bit extreme now. But yeah, you can really play around with it. I love the headpiece as well. I think it's brilliant. So you could make this a chicken, like a rooster as well, if you wanted to.
Yeah. People there could turn him into a duck. Again, just make sure that he's going to stay, because obviously you could go higher with that hair. Mine's just in there, so that's okay. That's all going to work. Okay, right. So now what you want to do is take your pull tab. We're going to pop all of that now to one size, and you want the limbs. So in my case, sorry, one moment, let's just let you out. Here we go. Honestly, it's like a child, isn't it? You know, you've got to...
Probably worse than a child, because at least you can explain to a child, you need to be quiet for an hour.
Yeah. So now you're going to, on this part, you want to work on every outer hole. Okay, so it's always the outer hole. The inner hole will be attaching it to the card. So you're just popping your brad through, and then I like to just use my pokey tool just to open up the brad, and then just like my swing cards, the fun at the fair, even the display and stand, they all used brads as well. You want that to be really loose. Can you see how that moves really freely? And it's just you can squeeze them down tighter, but you might get a bit of a scratching sound, or it's just a bit stiffer to work, whereas if you keep them like that, it's just a little bit easier. And then again, just take my brad.
I imagine, so Lina said, is this why cricket cards are this size? Yes, I'd imagine so. American based,
yeah, definitely
would be. Dawn wishes payday would hurry up. Yeah, don't we all?
Well, we have ordered, like, this is one of the collections, because we order so far in advance, but we're starting to see now, I mean, certainly with mine, those higher units that have been, ordered. So, sellouts on the day, hopefully won't happen as often. You'll have a bit more time to get them.
We do like to make sure everyone's got the opportunity to purchase if they want to. We don't like it. I mean, yes, it's wonderful to say Sam's collection sold out straight away, but we don't like it as crafters. We know you may have been at work, you may not have had the budget this week, whatever. It's really nice to be able to say there's still some left next week for other people or whenever it be. So, we're all human.
So you can see there, I just add a little bit of glue, just on the end there. And then just sit those over the top. Like I said, you could put a little bit of foam there if you wanted to, just lift it up a bit more. But I've just added, it was the mustard seed colour just onto the tips there, yellow card. And then again, you're going to take another brad, pop it through the end hole, and then pop it through this one here. So the top two are for your arms, bottom two are for your legs.
Does look funny like this with those legs hanging there.
Really, I remember doing the elf that Christmas time, and it just looked really freaky. Just seeing this laying down like that, I was just
oh dear,
hilarious.
I think you've had quite a few funny sort of lives and demonstrations putting these puppets together in the past.
Yeah. A few of them have looked rather. I mean, if anyone remembers the Easter Bunny, I mean that was just absolutely hilarious.
Yes, we won't revisit that right now. That's for Sam's channel only.
Yeah, no, that's a censored one. That's after the watershed, that one. Okay, so now you've got something like this. So now you're going to take this one.
Looks like something of Toy Story.
It does, doesn't it? What was the where was that?
So there was the animals, and they put like the dolls' heads on and things like that. It just looks like one of these deconstructed toys.
Oh, someone said ham hand. Alexander, oh dear, yeah, that was so funny. Right, anyway, because I will start laughing.
Yes.
So pop that one through there. If you forget, which I always do, and you'll see that in my videos, don't worry, you can easily pop it in so you don't see under there. So if you fold it a bit, it doesn't matter. So yeah, slide it through there, and now you're going to pop the other brad through the other hole, and then through the holes. You've got 4 holes on this piece of paper, and then again, just open it up like so. And do that same thing again, just fold it over the brad.
And you've done all the measuring for us so that we know the holes are in the right place for everything.
And then do
else.
a test. So there you go, you can see that that's going to work really well. Okay, and then just repeat that with the other one.
Sorry. Reading comments, Joe said, is that the remains of a roast chicken?
Look, I tell you something, my collections will make you smile. So if you're having a rubbish day, just pull out a Made to Surprise collection, because they're bound to make you laugh.
Especially if you remember what happened when Sam was putting it together.
So again, just open up each side there. Yep, lots of laughter on a Friday, that's what we need.
Absolutely.
Again, drop that one on there. I mean, I'm using brads that match, but you don't have to. No. It's only, I guess, if someone's going to really look on the side, you know, they might see the little brad at the end or something, but no one's going to see them like that. So again, give it a test. So that's all working now. And you can see it all folds up within that A2 size. Okay, it did. I really had to, poor Sarah, when we were designing this, I said, you're gonna have to bring the wings in, they need to come in a bit more. It was 2 in a row, and you can imagine 6 puppets. This was a labour of love. So a lot of work does go into these, and I always like to say thank you to Sarah as well. She does a lot of work.
In answer to someone's question, I mean, Sarah's amazing. They're all amazing there, aren't they? But in answer to someone's question earlier, I saw, yes, all 6 of the critters, are we going to call them critter animals? They will work on the A2 size.
Yes, it all works together. Like I said, I give you lots of hints and tips in my YouTube videos when they go up, because, you know, with, for example, like the parrot in a minute, you know, when you put the head on, you could have that a bit taller on the 5x7. But on the A2, you just got to make sure you bring it down a bit so it will fit on your card. But they're the easy bits. Again, with the tail as well, you know, that's easy. Do you want to get back up again? Come on. You're so demanding. There we go. Right, stay. Okay, so now we just need to attach the body. So you're going to add some foam here and along the top there. So you just need to now level this off up to the same height as the brad. So I just cut some strips and just double them up.
Okay.
And then just take the backing off. And I'm just going to pop one piece along the top there. And then again, fold that over. And then what you want to do here is make sure you keep this down. And then you're going to pop this in between the feathers and the legs there, and just do a test. So that's going to actually hit, so I need to come up just a little bit higher. There we go. That's perfect. Fine. All right, lovely. So just make sure that the leg can move and everything else, you know, moves nice and freely. And that's the good thing about this. If you then realise, I've put them on back to front, just undo the brad. It's really easy to, there's not really a lot of gluing.
It's not permanent, is it?
No, obviously with the body, building that piece up there is, but otherwise it's quite a good one to take apart again if you need to.
Sylvia's asked, would 4mm brads work?
Yes, they'd probably be okay. You just don't want to go up to the 5 and
No.
so 8 mils, the next main one,
It
really.
might be a bit tight.
Yeah, it would be. You'd probably end up splitting the whole as
Yeah.
well. So again,
And yeah, Simone's asked something we covered earlier actually, sticking the legs onto the body if you just want the wings or arms to move.
yeah, definitely. Just
You
going to
do
move that one up a little bit there. You don't have to have them as long as I've done. You might want to bring them down a bit shorter, but I think that's all okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they're okay. Right, and then keep it down again like this, and you want the bottom of your pet to cover the bottom of the legs.
Otherwise you've got an issue.
Yeah, focus on that and then just stick the rest down. I probably could have put another bit of foam there because he's dipped a little bit, but otherwise, there we go.
Fabulous.
And then you just need to attach it to the card. So you want to add a little bit of foam down through the middle. So again, it doesn't actually matter if you go over the brad, to be honest. I'd just leave it like I am, but all it will do is stop the brads moving, but it won't stop the wings from going around still.
No, this should be able to go round the brad, shouldn't they? The holes, in theory.
Okay, and then take the backing off. It does look funny moving without the body.
Yeah.
And then just finish that off. I think these would make great party invitations.
Oh, they would. They'd be.
You are invited.
I can't get the bodiless chicken out of my head now. You're invited to a barbecue.
So you've got all your space inside there, and then you can see there how he works. If you get anything catching, what you might want to do is just put a little curve in the ends, and you'll see I've done that on like the turtle, especially if they're holding something, but we'll just show you a basic one there, and yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
Really fun.
Amazing. Brilliant. Do you want to go straight in or do you want a minute?
Yeah, no, I can go straight in. Like I said,
just answer a question quickly if that's okay. Briar person, are the puppets only $6.99 each? No, the $6.99 is the lowest price for any item in the collection, and that is the paper pack. The puppets are, I can't remember now, are they
22, I think 99. That's stamp and die sets. Like I said, they can work on their own as well. It's not just with the mechanisms. So right,
there we go. Yeah, and to be honest, actually Dawn's answered that anyway and said, yeah, that's the paper pack. So thank you. Do you know what? I have to thank you all while Sam's just doing this, because you do very often sort of jump in and answer questions for us where I can't always comment or reply to everything. So I appreciate it, everyone. It's really good. Really lovely of you all.
Okay, so next we're going to use the guinea pig, but I've turned mine into more like a gerbil. So if you just Google like cartoon rodents or cartoon gerbil, cartoon rat, you get so much colour inspiration. So, and just like ways to put them together. So yeah, just my little tip there. Okay, so now we're using the 5x7. So again, just like I did with the A2, so I've cut that, put the cardstock on the back so it's nice and strong, and I've used that lovely sunbeam one there with the rolling heels. And again, I've cut my pull tab, pop the little arrow on the end, and I've doubled that up as well so it's nice and strong.
Nice.
And then just to show you again, you know, for anybody thinking, well, how would they work without? If you know, say you just want to have this mouse as a gift tag or a topper, you'd stick the head on, and then with these, just add some glue and just stick them behind. And you can see, you know, how quickly that's going to come together. So like I said, that could go on so many of my past collections. So just as a stamp and die set on their own, and then you've got all these cute little sentiments. Some of them you can stamp onto the body. You know, you've then got, I mean, the strawberries are adorable too. You've got little strawberries, broccoli. You can just build up a really fun, cute little card. And like I said, pop these on a wobbler. They're brilliant. So lots of fun.
So there's lots and lots of options then for you, isn't there? For you know, if you don't want to go down the mechanism route, no problem.
Yeah, look at them as just really nice little stamp and die animals, and you can do lots of them as well.
Brilliant.
So again, we're going to pop it together now the same way. So right now we'll leave that to one side, and we'll do the funny limbs and the pull there. So again, take one of your legs here, pop it in the end, and then feed it through again. So I'm just going to do exactly the same as what I did. There we go. And just open these up. I'm trying to see the chat as well. Great idea on a wobbler. Yeah, honestly, it looks really, really funny. I love this one. He's just so cute. Yeah, he is. He's a sweetie.
Lots of people have been mentioning googly eyes as well. I think that's a must.
Oh, I didn't even think about the googly eyes.
Oh,
Yeah, Google it. Actually, I'll put some on the bird before the live finishes because I think that would work.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll do that in a minute so you can see. Loads of comments, good ideas though as well. So, which is always nice because I can get ideas as well from what you guys say.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's hilarious that you've included broccoli. Honestly, when I send my briefs in, the guys must laugh because there's some bizarre things that are listed.
Well,
yeah.
when I had a guinea pig, we had two guinea pigs. Apparently, guinea pigs don't generate their own vitamin D, so you have to give them lots in their diet. And also, apparently, red pepper is very high in vitamin D, so it was really good for them. So we were giving our guinea pigs a red pepper every day. So that would kind of be my, I don't know whether I'd try and make the strawberry look into a red pepper or something, maybe. I don't know. I'd work it out. Actually, the stem from the broccoli and the body of the strawberry, I think you could make look into a pepper.
Well, there you go.
Just looking at your little fruit and veg beside you there, I think you could do it.
Okay, so nearly there. Once you get the knack of this, they are pretty quick to do. There we go. So we've got our funny, like cross the legs over. Could be doing like a little dance. Okay.
Amy McKnight Spencer. I always say my husband has a gerbil for a brain, so this one would be perfect for him.
That's good.
Yeah, each to your own, definitely.
A little bit of glue at the top there, and just position the head like so. Just give that a minute to dry. And I've popped some foam actually behind his nose there as well, so there is a little bit of dimension on him as well, which is quite cute.
You can see the glossy as well when you just moved it like that.
Yeah. Okay, and then we'll take this one while that's drying, and the other 4 brads. Again, just pop that one through there. I did put that, it's got a little dimension on the arrow there, so just make sure. There we go. It looks like he needs a wee and he's holding on. Just the way it's fallen like that.
Now, Sam, we were going to remain sensible today.
Oh dear, you gotta laugh. Right, okay, let's pop this one here. Someone's saying could be a bear. Yeah, so I'm glad you're seeing other things as well from these, because it just means you can get more use out of them then as well. So see, at the moment, Charlie, my nephew, is really into the Tiger Who Came to Tea, which I'm doing for his birthday card. But I thought, it's a shame I can't really. The dog, I guess I kind of could. I could look around at doing some kind of like print or something on him. But I was thinking, how can I do? Because he'd love to play with these. He's at that perfect age for using these.
Do you know what? Any kids, you know, they love anything kinetic, which I think is why your cards are all so popular. I mean, for adults as well, because clearly we're all having a good giggle today, but for children too.
I would be happy with any of these. And like I said, I've had some friends in the past who've had, like I said, pet guinea pigs and stuff, even as adults. And obviously lots of dogs and cat owners. And so it's nice. Big kids at heart. There we go. Right. So again, just give that a little test. And that all works nicely. And then again, pop it down. Always have that down when you add your foam. So I'm just going to take another little pad here and just cut a few strips there. I think I might do 3 layers on this one just so it doesn't dip. I think depending on the thickness of your foam, because you know foams are all slightly different, so you'll know if you need to add a little bit more or not. Okay.
The brads are 3mm. I'm not sure who just asked that. It's
3mm.
The comments like scroll up too quickly. I apologise, but 3mm.
Yeah, I'll have them linked as well below the videos. I'll be putting my best video out tonight, so you'll be able to see that already in anticipation. I'm sure some of you, because quite a few said yours have already dispatched, you might get them tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So some fun. Oh, actually, I've doubled. I don't want a double. Although I guess you could, but then you're going to have it probably way too high. Whereas this is going to be no higher than the brads anyway, so it's not creating any more dimension. Probably cut those a little bit better, but you get the idea.
The funny thing is, every time someone puts one of these together now, they're going to have a giggle remembering these demonstrations anyway. Even if you're not doing anything particularly funny yourself, you're going to remember.
Exactly. And again, take one there, pop that along the top, and just cut one other piece for that. So which is people's favourite?
This is a good question. Helen's just had her happy email. I presume that's your dispatch email. I'm guessing.
I like that. Okay. So again, pop down. And then make sure the bottom here always lines up with the bottom of the legs. Oh, hang on a minute. What have I done there? Why is he not? Hang on a minute. I done him on the other one fine. Why is he not? Well, maybe I've just put that just... Oh, it is a little bit high. It does just go behind. Trust me, because I've made all the samples. I think I went a bit too far down on his neck. So again, we had to make it so he's going to fit also. I'm going to have to move him up on the A2. So I'm just going to scratch that off a bit. I've gone too far down on his body, but it's good to keep this in because again, people are going to make these kind of mistakes. I can still get away with that. So I'm just going to pop a little glue.
So Karen, just to reply to you for anyone else who's just joining us, do these work with the other puppets that were released? Yes, they do.
Yep, they
Simple do. Answer.
Yeah, that was the inspiration. Lots of people, like I said at the start, really liked them, wanted them in, you know, more characters and wanted different size. So again, just line that up and you'll see.
Do you know what? I'm looking at the comments. The turtle stroke tortoise, and the parrot, I think, seem to be in the lead at the moment. Yeah, still tortoise, parrot, tortoise. I think they're the ones. I think they're different, aren't they? I mean, everyone loves a cat and a dog, and obviously the rodent, I'm going to call it a rodent because it could be all sorts, are really popular. A lot of people saying the turtle and the parrot. There we go.
I think when I looked at the stock, I think the guinea pig was leader.
I think he's so versatile, isn't he? Or she.
Just a little bit of glue, and he's just, or she, just holding strawberries there. So you can attach things to the arms. Like I said, you've got more freedom with the 5x7 and the 6x6 because you've got lots more space. A2, you're a bit more limited, but we've showed you like gatefold card styles and things like that. So hopefully you can just make some more fun fold kind of styles there. But again, you can see.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
I've got the sentiment here, which I've embossed, which is furry friends make the best friends. And that's going to go.
Let's have a look.
There.
Who's and then again, in the lead? Just look at the animals and see who's in the lead. Okay, so the cat is in the lead.
Okay.
Closely followed by the parrot, then the turtle or tortoise.
It's changed.
Tortoise. Yeah, and then you've got the dog, and then you've got the bunny, and then the guinea pig. So
no, guinea pig was leading earlier. That's definitely changed.
Yeah, it's gone completely. It is a bit like the turtle's going to win the race, isn't it? Slow and steady.
Slow and steady. Yeah. See, he was holding back to start, and now he's hurtling.
But of course, so many of you actually buying the bundle, the collection, and it's well worth it because you're making the saving when you do. So if you're buying the complete collection, that's the 2 mechanisms, the paper pack, and the all 6 of the mechanisms, you're going to save £30.50 on buying them individually. You also, if you're a VIP, then going to get an additional 10% off of that after your £30, whatever's come off. So I think it's about another £14.69 you get off also, which is a bargain. We do have other bundles as well. While Sam's just gluing, I'll go through those. So we've got just the puppets and the paper pack, I think, and that one is £129.99, I think, but again you're going to have your 10% off of that. And then there's another bundle which is all the animals, the paper pack, and the 5x7. Then you've got all the animals and the 6x6. Honestly, I think you've put together, Sam, every single bundle imaginable.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So you can basically get everything with one of the mechanisms, everything with 2 of the mechanisms, and everything with or without the paper pack as well. Yeah. So, really is. Just build your own bundle, pretty much.
I'm just adding the googly eyes onto him, and I added some broccoli out of his mouth. I was just playing while Lou was chatting. I thought let's just go a bit extra. So he's chewed a bit of broccoli there as well. Let's just add. Oh, there's one there with eyelashes. Where's another? I thought I had. Oh no, it was a pink one that I pulled out. Hopefully I've got a spare. Otherwise he's going to have to have one eye bigger than the other. That could look quite funny as well, actually. I think that one there. There we go.
Apologies, is it vitamin C that guinea pigs need? It was a while ago. Maybe vitamin C, not vitamin D, but either way, they love the red peppers.
So not
Perfect.
only does he move, his eyes move as well. And again, if that was on a wobbler with these googly eyes, that would look really funny.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you can see
Yeah,
now. So there you
absolutely.
go. I'll just hold them up again. And again, I'll just show a few of the samples again, because I know a few people have joined that were late. So I'll just show you. Well, you weren't late. I'm just saying I've already done these samples then. So just move this out of the way. So again, you can see now that's how he looks. Like I said, you could personalize, have someone's name. If you don't add that piece, you could put someone's birthday number in there as well. I think that would look really cute. And you can see now.
Adorable. Love it. Absolutely love it.
So cute. And again, you've
Amazing.
seen him now. For anyone that missed it, he's just joining. See how he works as well. And then lovely. I'll show one more of each. So that's the parrot, guinea pig or gerbil, rat, whatever you want to do. You've got your doggy here. Gemma's done that lovely one. So it looks like a little dog house. And then we've got the rabbit. I'll show Gemma's again because hers flat. Cute. Nice and cute. And then we've got one of my faves.
I don't know whether it's because of the size of his body, but the arms and legs seem to move even more on him.
Yeah, possibly. I think because they're just thin, there's not too much to him. Most of him is actually on his body, I guess. So yeah. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. And then the cat.
It's funnier when you do it quickly.
Well, I don't know if you saw my TikTok video that I put out on Instagram. When the song is so irritating, I've done it deliberately so it sticks in people's heads. But when it gets to Monty the dog, it goes really fast in the music, and I'm particularly going fast with him, so it looks really funny. So.
Brilliant, love it. They're so good.
So, yeah, hope everybody likes them. Like I said, I've had lots of fun doing them, and if the cards bring a smile, that's what they're meant to do, which is good. So hopefully they do.
Exactly. And as you've already said, they don't have to be cards. They can be on absolutely anything. You can put them on different papercraft projects. Pretty much anywhere.
I've done Christmas bags. I've done Christmas bags and had the puppets on the gift bags as a really fun addition, and they went down really well as well. And those tutorials are already on the channel, so you can get ideas from those.
Wonderful, amazing. Thank you so much, Sam. Another fantastic and it looks like a very successful collection. Only more puppets. So I will come back and I'll announce our winner from the comments to win a mechanism and an animal of choice. Sam, when are we going to see you back?
So we've got a mini collection, which is not a paper collection. It's something very different. And that is going to be at the end. Well, it's just at the very beginning of next month. It's just before I go off on holiday. So yeah, hopefully that'll be something that lots of you will enjoy. And then the next main one will be Christmas.
Wonderful. And I'm sure you'll be joining us for a Creative Craft Products launch sometime in between there as well.
I will be, yeah. Yeah, you'll see me again.
Brilliant. Okay, we'll have a fantastic weekend and we'll speak to you all soon.
Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. There we go. So like I say, amazing launch, fantastic demonstrations, and of course it's all because they're wonderful products. So I've got a winner. I've just scrolled completely at random and I've chosen someone from the comments, and this is Dawn Livingstone. Congratulations to you, Dawn. If you can just email customer service at craftstash.co.uk, we can get your prize out to you. So next week we've got 2 new launches coming up, and I'll be demonstrating both of them, which I'm really excited about actually. One of them is Paper Discovery, which we've not actually had a launch for a long time, so I'm really excited to get to show you that. It's absolutely wonderful. We're going to have a best of Paper Discovery show, and then I've got it here because it's literally just arrived. Look, so if you loved Adventures in Ink, I'm not going to show you too much because it's secret, but it's here because it's just arrived. If you loved Adventures in Ink a couple of weeks ago when we launched the Floral Simplicity range, we've got a brand new collection coming out for that as well. So join me on Wednesday and on Friday at 12:30 for both of those. So thank you, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Make sure, Dawn, you send us an email so we know to send your prize out to you. And everybody else, thank you for commenting, thank you for joining and sharing and all the like, and I'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.